All right, so go ahead, Genesis, the book of Genesis. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I'm over here taking notes of the rebuttals that I have, and I think everybody made some points that I can agree with. Um, However, I go back to the topic of the show. This first let me say that I do agree with Black folks getting reparations or African Americans getting reparations. However, I do also agree that we are not ready for a check.
How we not ready? How we not ready? How we
If you
not
will let me
ready?
finish, I'll tell you.
We are
Um,
ready.
we know that
We're gonna
this
be broke again
is
another
Let, let,
20
let,
years.
let her get her
I'm
thought out.
sorry.
we
Go
know
ahead,
Let
that
me
go
this
ahead,
is
Brian.
let me
about
my
control. If you can control the people, then you can control the narrative. We have to get back to the point where we have strong communities. Our foundation is strong. The control of the people is happening through redlining, gentrification, sentencing disparities, abortion, subpar education, voter suppression. We don't have political power. We don't have the economic strength to counter the things that are happening. And how are we going to get that power back other than we come back together? So when Nathan Daly was asking how much responsibility is on the government and how much responsibility is on us, we have to look at our part and hold ourselves accountable before we can hold the other people, the government, accountable, because there is strength in numbers. If we are underrepresented in the political arena, then where is our voice? Then when you come into the community, you go to the average person in the community and you ask them about voting. Or let's go back. We have to beg our people to go out and vote. And then many times when they go out and vote, they don't even realize who they're voting for. We run to vote when it's a presidential election, but we're not running to vote when it's primary elections. And those are the ones that matter most. Most times there's a ballot full of judges that we're voting for. Personally, most of us are impacted more by the judges that are on the ballot than we are by the president, because we know the president is the president, but that isn't really who's making that's not really the decision maker. We need to know who the judges are. We have to hold our local representatives accountable for the things that are happening in the community. And most of us aren't doing those things.
Sister Genesis, I agree with you on that part 100% wholeheartedly. That's where our divide is, right there. You just hit the nail right on the head. Again, that's why I keep expressing we have to get on code when it comes to that. We have to realize that first we have to vote locally and within our communities, right? That means you need to look into these judges, these district attorneys, these sheriffs, these chief of police, all these people that we vote for
Absolutely.
locally that affect our community first. You
Absolutely.
listen, we have to be in the room, right? Like if we are not in the room when these people have these community leading meetings, these I'm at community meetings in my community. I go to the community meetings that the police officers in my community,
Mhm.
I'm at these meetings and I rarely see people that look like me.
And I would agree with that.
That is a
I
big
would agree with
problem.
that.
And you want
That's
to
why
give them a
We
$200
don't get
check?
involved in our local
that
school
that's
district. We're
Mhm.
not running for the trustee positions in these,
the
the people who live
Alvins.
in the suburbs. They're not running for the trustee positions, village president, township president, things
Councilman.
like that.
Mhm.
Exactly. We have to
Yeah,
get involved. If we don't get involved, we don't have a voice. And at the end of the day, this is all about eugenics.
Ooh.
It's
absolutely. And I
it's all about
said,
eugenics. Whether it's one pipeline or another, it all leads back to the same place.
yeah, again, they're trying to suppress the votes, especially for Black people. That is a part of the Black agenda, a main thing when it comes to ADOS, because we know that they are trying to suppress our vote. But we got to realize that and the only way that we're gonna have a mark in this world and to be able to be in these rooms is to be able to exercise our voting rights. Start locally first. Like for the first time in my life, I didn't vote for a president, but I damn sure made sure I voted locally because I knew what it felt. I went online and I looked at all of these people that were running in my community and what they stance and their policies were. I don't vote for people because they look like me anymore. I don't vote for people because
Mhm.
they Democrat or Republican or this or that. I vote based off of policies. And that's what Black people got to learn to start doing. Is get out your feelings and vote based on policies.
And
We
I
have to
think
educate
right.
related to that first, because the average person in the communities of color, they they are uneducated in that area.
And
But you gotta
unwilling.
be at you gotta
Yeah,
be at
there you
yeah,
go, Nathan.
you got
Unwilling.
And
unwilling to start going to the meetings, to ask questions,
Yep.
to pick up pamphlets, to make phone calls and things like that to your local alderman, to your local councilman, because these things are free and open to the public. You as a
Yep.
taxpaying citizen have a right to be in the room. I sit on the panel because I'm also a mod on Angela Stanton King's, and I talked to her about, hey, what about that 500 $1 billion Black Platinum plan that Trump was promising Black people before he left office? I said, if you run again, is that going to be on the agenda? I'm on these panels. I'm in the rooms. I'm having the conversations. We have got to do the same thing, guys. We got to
Yep.
build the political power behind us again. Like I haven't seen us more enthused to vote since Obama ran. I worked his campaign. I worked this campaign in Obama in Nevada. I know what goes on behind the scenes. I saw the checks coming in for those two sets of communities and racial people that got their laws put into place. So I know what it takes. Politicians are purchased, you guys. So we have to
Yep.
get one that's going to come we come with an agenda, get behind that person, push them forward with our finances and our resources. And then and only then will we have the political power that we need to get things done for our people in our community. And then the sooner we get that, the better off we'll be.
So let's go.